fans, welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Toluca FC versus Tigres UANL CONCACAF Champions Cup 2026 final. The winner of this game wins the CONCACAF Champions Cup and goes to the FIFA Intercontinental Cup. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Libertadores in December, then play the winner of the African Asian Pacific Cup if they so do beat the Libertadores winner. And then, of course, if they win both those games, they'll play PSG. Because we just found out PSG won on penalties to beat Arsenal in the Champions League final. So, there we go. Toluca FC contra Tigres UANL, la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF final. Uno partido para campeón. Para Gloria. One game. It's one game. 90 minutes, maybe 120, maybe a shootout, just like the other Champions final today. But what I will say is we know one thing. Somebody's going to be a champion. That is the one thing we know more than anything. We know there will be a champion. We know there will be a champion in moments. Saludos. Saludos. La final de la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. Reacción en vivo. En minutos de la inicio de partido de la Toluca Tigres. Mi bueno. Well, 6 minutos de la presentación de los jugadores. Six more minutes. 6 más minutos. La inicio de partido. Starting 11s are as follows. In goal, Luis Garcia for Toluca. Santiago Simon, Bruno Mendes, Everardo Lopez, Federico Pereira. Midfield 2, Marcel Ruiz. Franco Romero. Midfield attacking 3, Castro. Jesus Angulo, Helino, Paulinho up top. Tigres in goal, Nahuel Guzman. The back 4, Jesus Garza, Joaquim, Romulo, Vladimir Loroña. Midfield 2, Cesar Araujo, Fernando Goldenhan, Diego Lainez, Angel Correa, Oziel Herrera, Rodrigo Buffalo Aguirre up top. Gignac is on the bench. Gignac en la banca. Flores en la banca. De suplentes. Toluca. Nobody really. Nobody worth a damn in the bench, really. On the bench. Nobody really worth a damn there for them. Because they lost some of their best players to the camp. So it's not really anything to really write home about. That's interesting. Either way. We'll see how this goes. 2-1. Is this the Champions Cup final? Yes. CONCACAF Champions Cup final? Yes. Yes, it is. How we doing, Rory? How we doing? No MLS teams. Nope, for the first time in 5 years. Of course, the last Liga MX versus Liga MX final in this tournament was 2021 up until today. 2022, 23, 24, 25, of course, were all MLS versus Liga MX because Nashville and LAFC went and bottled it. And Miami went and bottled it too. But either way, how we doing, Isaiah? Go Thunder? I can't agree with that. No. Go Spurs. If the Thunder win, go New York. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, that feels disgusting. Feels disgusting. I'd rather New York win the finals if the Thunder are there, because I don't want the Thunder to win. No. No. Now, if it's the Spurs, I'd rather it be the Spurs. I'd rather it be the Spurs. I don't like New York, but I certainly don't like the Thunder. Vamos, Tigres de Monterrey. Tigres. Tigres para la oportunidad de la campeones de CONCACAF. Igual oportunidad. Toluca. Toluca. Más. Toluca es más. Tigres. Campeones. Para la squad. Para los 11 y suplentes. Campeones contra el LAFC. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see New York in the final. I don't want them to win as long as they're not playing Oklahoma City. But Oklahoma City is worse. I'd rather root for New York over Oklahoma City. I'd hate either team winning, let's be real. But at least I just don't like New York. I think Brunson's a good player. I think Karl Anthony Towns is a good player. I think New York plays the right way. I did very much question I did very much question Mike Brown as a coach, but I just have never liked New York. Oklahoma City is a bunch of flopping jackasses who get every call known to man. I'm glad the Spurs are throwing elbows and being dirty, because if they want fouls, they better get those fouls. Slam a bastard down to the ground. Simple. If you want fouls, you're going to feel the foul. Here we go. Simple as. Yeah, I heard that too. And I don't know if we're good enough. Besides, I'm not taking that. Well, if it's Thunder, I'll take the deal anyway. But, you know, we're not good enough. Compared to the Spurs, compared to the Thunder, compared to y'all, we're not good enough. And there ain't much we could do to be better. Like, you can't go from first round out to being the champion. You have to build your way there. The Raptors are not good enough. They're good, don't get me wrong, but they're not good enough to be a champion next year. I just hope we get conference semis, conference finals at best. Anything more than that, center. Yes. I don't want 93 to win the Stanley Cup. Carolina better win. I'm probably more fanatical to the Hurricanes in their final than I am. Well, it depends on who the finalist is. I mean, yeah, I'd prefer New York over Oklahoma City, and I prefer San Antonio over New York. But it doesn't mean as much to me as Mitch Marner getting embarrassed. Damn it, I said his name. 93 getting embarrassed. 93 better get embarrassed. I think every dark horse is already expected to do good. Everybody you could call a dark horse are teams that are smaller but expected to do good. Maybe Australia, Algeria. Nobody really expects them to do much. Give me Australia or Algeria. Australia or Algeria. Because Morocco's not a dark horse anymore. Japan's not a dark horse anymore. Canada I wouldn't call a dark horse, especially if I'm hosting. Mexico, Portugal's not a dark horse. I predict Toluca's going to win. Yeah, I've seen. Because they don't like Arsenal. I predict Toluca to win this game. Yeah, I saw that. That's good. He doesn't want 93 to win. I still like Anunoby. Yeah, I still like OG. And that's probably going to be the worst day of my life if 93 wins the Conn Smythe. It's going to be the worst day of my life. And those annoying bastards who glaze him all the time, no. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need them to shut up. The only way they shut up is if 93 loses. No matter how good he plays in the final. I cannot handle this. The people glazing him, I can't do it. I can't do it. There's so many Toronto fans now starting to glaze him. He still didn't perform in games 5, 6, and 7. That's the crux of the problem. But you disregard that to just gaslight the fuck out of everybody. Okay. Okay. 93 still couldn't perform in games 5, 6, and 7. He did not show up in games 5, 6, and 7. Okay, he scored a lot of points in games 1 through 4. Great. Maybe the team wasn't built well enough. I can agree with that. But 93 didn't show up in games 5, 6, and 7. And it's not because they were onto his game. The games got tougher. He's not tough. Look at the West. That is the weakest playoffs he's ever been in. 93 never had to take a check this playoffs. Unlike with Toronto. The Atlantic is a hell division. The Pacific was a pillow fight, and the Avalanche puked all over their own feet. Let's see how he handles Carolina. In goal, Garcia. Back five, Heleno, Lopez, Pereira, Mendez, Santiago Simon. Angulo, Romero, Ruiz, Paulinho, and Castro. That's my statement. Good evening. How we doing? How we doing, Dillon? Good evening. I mean, Carolina, this might actually be their year. Probably. Oh, we probably knew he was going to be shit. Let's be real. We probably knew Wall was going to be shit. I don't think it's all on him, though. Nahuel, Garza, Enrique, Romulo, Loroña, Gorejan, Araujo, Correa, Herrera, Oziel Herrera, Aguirre, and Lainez. I think we all knew Wall was going to be garbage. And frankly, was he even good for Colorado? No. At least. When it came to teams we traded players to, or players we traded to playoff teams, I thought, damn it, what's his name? One who used to play for the Flyers and played for us, damn it. He did well. I don't even think Waugh did well in Colorado. He's not a good player. Well, Chelsea won the Club World Cup, but we didn't win anything, so I don't want him back. I don't care if he wants to come back. I don't want him back. Well, I mean, they took off Saka, so what else do you want him to do? I didn't even... Delusional, maybe. Game about to kick off. Tigres to kick off, and we're off. 0-0, 0-0. Tigres wearing yellow, Toluca wearing red. 90 minutes to a champion. It's that simple. Wall was productive most of the playoffs. Him and Kadri were doing stuff. Well, at least Kadri. Yeah, I knew Kadri was doing well. I miss Nazem. But here's the difference. Nazem actually tried. Nazem fought for his teammates. See, the reason I miss Nazem Kadri is he fought for his teammates. Whenever somebody took a cheap shot, he fought for him, and it got him suspended, but at least he fought for his teammates. And I think that's part of the reason, even though I think 93 was soft, he stayed soft, and he never tried to fight because they threw the book at Kadri twice, and then he got traded because of it. You want to talk about somebody who got thrown under the bus? Nazem Kadri got thrown under the bus. And the bad part about Kadri being thrown under the bus is, yeah, he could be a goon if he needed to be, but he also was a good hockey player, still is. Wayne Simmons was never a good hockey player. He had his moments. Ryan Reeves was old as shit. I mean, I guess we should have played him against Florida. I mean, the way that shit went, I don't know. Pierre Engvall, garbage. I mean, we tried to replace him. It was just a total goon. Nelson need to be traded this offseason. Let Kadri play 2C and Waugh play 3C. Scott Lawton, there we go, yeah. Well, I mean, Scott Lawton is a free agent. Scott Lawton's a damn good player, though. I like Scott Lawton. I wouldn't say he was a goon, though. Yeah. We were linked to Heischer, a more realistic target is McTavish if Ducks don't want him anymore, someone like that. I don't understand why the Ducks wouldn't want him, though. They just got headed forward by Toluca. Oh, over the bar. 3 minutes in, 0-0. Let's focus on the football now. Yeah, because Chelsea have won all these trophies. It's a way to own Arsenal when you haven't done a damn thing of your own this year. That's what it is. It's like, oh, Chelsea's like, hey, we've won all these trophies in the past. We have more than Arsenal when it comes to European and world trophies. Good job. Yeah, and you still finished 10th. Ask Mikel Arteta. I have no idea. Because they thought he was one of their best 5 penalty takers at the time. His dumb ass went and stutter stepped. You don't do that. Hey. Little vital information for everyday life. If you ever take a penalty, don't stutter step. It never works. Dew was on fire. The Conn Smythe leader in the 24 playoffs. He's ghosted for 2 straight playoffs now. So now, you know how I feel about 93. Except 93 never led the Conn Smythe with the Leafs. Except the bad part about Valeri is he's performed before. Mitch, 93 has never performed before in the playoffs till he went to Vegas. See? The pressure was too high for him. Nobody cares in Vegas. Nobody. Do you think that 93 would be playing as well as he did if the media actually cared? Besides, oh, Vegas is going on a Stanley Cup run again. That's all they care about. Do you think Carter Hart would be performing to the level he is if people actually cared about hockey in Vegas? There'd certainly be more pressure on him if people actually cared about hockey in Vegas and knew anything but, oh, Vegas is in the Stanley Cup playoffs, for example. They don't care. It's exactly what I said. Send 93 to St. Louis. He would have sent him to the playoffs. Why? Nobody gives a shit. Again, the Blues are my second favorite team, and I care more about the Blues than people here. My point exactly, nobody cares. Toronto media, Toronto is hockey. Toronto isn't the regular NHL. You're right. You know why? Because it is the NHL. Montreal, there are only certain media markets where I would say the NHL is actually, hockey's really loved. Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, to a lesser extent. I don't think Edmonton's like Toronto or Montreal. Vancouver, Boston, that's about it. And like Edmonton, Winnipeg, they got their team back, but I wouldn't say they're Toronto, Edmonton, or Montreal, or Vancouver. Vegas cares? No. St. Louis? Probably more than others, but not as much as Toronto. I don't know. Either way, free kick for Tigres. Calgary? I think Australia draws Mexico 2-2. 2-2 draw. I'm not sure. So my point is this. Yes, Toronto has a tougher spotlight on hockey players. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. A lot of these 93 Glazers say it is. And maybe Toronto media and Toronto fans are delusional for always setting their sights to a cup when we haven't won one since 1967. Maybe. I don't know. Played over the top. Maybe. Maybe it's our own fault. Maybe it's our own damn fault. I don't know. I don't know because Arsenal won the Prem. I mean, every team congratulates the league winner. I mean, Real Madrid's congratulated Barcelona on winning things before on social media, so. No, and no. Tyrone Mings is starting to get a little bit old. Andre Onana, no. Uriel Antuna, you're crazy. I mean, Blue Coat would probably do it, but he's not even that young anymore. But they probably would, and I'd rip my hair out. I'd rather have Garnacho, and he's shit. Uriel Antuna, I'd rather have Garnacho, and he's shit. I'd rather have Jackson back, and he's shit. I'd rather have Mykhailo Mudryk back than have Uriel Antuna. No. 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 Don't do that to me. Well, I mean, I get it, but either way. I love it. It's the only thing we have. It's the only thing we have, so do it. It's the only thing we have. Thanks, Blue Co. It's the only thing we have. It's Dylan Brooks level trolling. But at least it's funny. Can we have handshakes with Jobby while we're at it? Robert Sanchez did a madness. Enzo Maresca is actually a good manager, and João Pedro's that dude. I don't know how we did it. I'm just glad we did it. It ain't for everybody. Yeah, sad Esteval's injured. Yeah. Yeah. But how is Antuna a fraud when we know he sucks? Like, nobody knew Garnacho sucked until they got him. Nobody knew Mudryk sucked until we got him. Nobody really knew Neto sucked until we got him, but he's not as bad as some of the other ones. You know Antuna sucks. That's not a fraud. You know what he is. Neil Maupay. I know he's not in the EPL anymore, but Neil Maupay. That'll do. That'll do. Diego Costa, but he's not around anymore, but still kind of works. Diego Costa was. Neil Maupay. I don't really think there's anybody you could say. Maybe Erling Haaland. Not because he's a, well, technically he's a shitty player, but he could score a lot of goals. But the dude's a troll. Like, Erling Haaland is like, dude's a low-key troll. I mean, he does his job. He scores a lot of goals. The dude's low-key a troll. I'd say Erling Haaland if you want somebody current. Actually, no, I like that one. He's not as good as you think, but he does his job, and he's a low-key troll. Stay humble. Oh, Diego Luna ain't Canadian, so. Dobe's contract is under $3 million. It's a bargain. His new contract, good. Honestly, I think Bayern would have been harder to beat for Arsenal. I think Bayern would have won, yeah. Probably more than penalties. I mean, I don't blame him. That's probably what he should get. 0-0, 12 minutes in. Because he lost him the shootout. There's always going to be those fans that blame the guy who loses the shootout. Did you not see what happened after Euro 2021? This happens all the time. Especially in, well, a lot of countries, but in England, certainly. Like, it doesn't help. You know, I'm sure there are some Arsenal fans who are scum writing Gabriel messages that aren't just death threats. They're also writing epithets in there. I'm sure that's happening because he lost him the shootout. He does not deserve that, by the way. If it was Declan Rice, he'd just be getting death threats. But, you know, from some fans. But because Gabriel is Brazilian and he's going to get epithets too from some scum fans. But it's the same thing that happened to Saka in 2021. He lost him a shootout. Well, we know what happened there. And that was wrong. England, I mean. So. It's the scum fans treating him like shit because he lost him the shootout. But you shouldn't do that. That's wrong. And I hate it for him. I do. I mean, Gabriel seems like a good guy, as far as I know. So, well, a lot of rival fans hate him. Arsenal lost. They're long pants. Are you kidding me? Free kick. 15th minute, 0-0. I don't know why rival fans would hate him because he lost Arsenal the game. They're making fun of him for missing, but they don't hate him. Free kick. Toluca takes it. Header. Wide. Goal kick. Because he shouldn't be playing a Champions League final. He's not ready yet. It would have been a disaster if he did play. Probably would have been a disaster if Dowman played. To be real. So, do that what you will. 0-0. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Tigres has better possession. Toluca has more shots. I mean, it's their best chance so far. I'll say that much. It was their best chance so far, and they didn't get it. Playing forward. Tigres look competitive, but Toluca, bad giveaway. They do give it away. No advanced play, but cleared away. Header! Wide. Toluca got close there. I don't think it'll take 20 years for Arsenal to get back. No. Question is will they win their next one? Yes. Yes, I would. But Jesse Marsch is the coach till 2030, so we'll let that be. Playing forward. Out for a throw. But yes. Probably. I wouldn't play down to shitty opponents. But either way. Nil-nil. Let it be. At least Canada has a competent manager. unlike Toronto. Toronto's on what, their sixth incompetent jackass coaching the team since Greg Vanney left. At least Greg Vanney won a couple of trophies, even though he's a fraud. The rest of them just incompetent. I have more problem with the incompetent bastards coaching the list of incompetent bastards who have coached my club. That's a problem. Jesse's at least competent. Even if we do play down to shitty competition, at least when we play the good teams, we show up. Which, every team at the World Cup's a good team. So. Playing forward. Well, for another year at least, they'll never sing that when it comes to Champions of Europe. Well, Jonathan David had a little bit of a down season, but he still had his moments. Juventus is just a garbage club. I don't totally blame Jonathan for having his down moments. He still had his moments. I think he needs a better club than Juventus. Juventus is garbage. Rafael Leao is leaving AC Milan. Well, that's interesting. 19th minute. Pochettino doesn't want him, I guess. Playing forward, Toluca. I mean, Chelsea getting Rafael Leao would be a nice move, but would Xabi want him? Alan St. Maximin going to Charlotte, that is wild. But he was pretty good in Liga MX, so he should be good in MLS. But he's basically replacing Zaha, which, honestly, if I'm being real, St. Maximin at his peak was better than... Well, either way, thank you, Mile High. I don't know. Playing forward. Toluca. Advantage play. They have the ball. Why do people think PSG say football? Because for some reason, people would rather twerk for oil clubs. People would rather twerk for oil clubs than root for a team who actually at least did it the right way. I don't get it. Why do people twerk for Man City, who are definitely cheats, and PSG, who are financial doping cheats? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, Arsenal has their problems as well. Yeah, they threw Ozil out the club when they did because he spoke out. Yeah, they have their problems as well. But PSG and Man City's problems are financial cheating due to their oil money. Arsenal, on the other hand, well, it didn't help them win the Champions League, didn't it? "21 minutes. So I guess there's some things they can't do. Okay. Buy a house seat? Yeah. Buy a Champions League? No. Okay. Playing forward. And I know Stan Kroenke's a piece of shit too, but that's... The Rams should still be in St. Louis forever and always. Shot! Saved by Noel. St. Louis got screwed, but you know my feelings on that. 21 minutes. What would your reaction be if the Qataris bought TFC? I wouldn't be happy about it. I'd have to think long and hard. But then again, MLS, what's the use of old money anyway when it doesn't, when we have salary cap anyway, so what's the point? I don't know how long they'd be in Toronto if the Qataris bought the team. So it wouldn't be long. I guess it wouldn't take me long to have to pull the chute anyway, because they probably move us anyway if they bought it. None, because I haven't seen one. Not in theaters, at least. Playing forward. Any new movies? I don't think I've seen one at all, but especially not in theaters. Tigres on the ball. 0-0. 0-0. Playing forward. .24th minute. So far, Toluca is playing well. Tigres is good defensively. They have more possession, but Toluca looks stronger as a attacking side. Tigres hasn't really challenged Toluca themselves, even though they've held more possession. But 0-0, 0-0. .24th minute. Throw in. Playing forward. Toluca have the ball. Playing forward. .26th minute. Playing forward, Toluca, 26th minute. Slowly playing it around the back. Of course, we have extra time, then penalties. As this game goes, playing forward. Ball crossed in, blocked away out for a corner. Toluca gets a corner here. Ball crossed in, short. Sets up a cross. They get it, and that's out for a goal kick. It's over 9,000! Jonathan David. I'd still start Jonathan David. I like Promise, but Jonathan deserves a chance to start. Honestly, he plays better for Canada than he does Juve anyway. And I think Juve's a garbage club right now. So, playing forward. Marcel Ruiz plays it forward. There's still 5, 10, 15 calls in the UEFA Champions League final that they got screwed on themselves. Okay, so yeah, even if the soccer handball was a handball, which it was, I won't lie, the referee still absolutely hosed them from like minute 45 on throughout the second half and the rest of the game. Missed 2 penalty shouts for them. Called fouls on any flop that PSG did. PSG got screwed once. They didn't get the handball. Free kick for Tigres. 0-0, 0-0. Playing forward. Going forward is Toluca here. Oh, they have something? Do they cross in? And no, it's going to go out for a throw for Tigres. Toluca on the ball. Who's the best Canadian player in your opinion? Ooh. Steven Eustachio. Yeah, I mean, Davies and David, of course, but Steven Eustachio legitimately is their metronome. They are much better when he plays than when he's not. And ironically enough, when they play weaker competition, who's not playing? Right. It's kind of an interesting look at it, but I'd say Eustachio. Most meaningful player, Eustachio. 31st minute, Tigres going forward. Could this be their first shot? Hey, they got 10 more episodes to fill on this arc. Over the top. Nahuel heads it away. Hey, they still got 10 more episodes to fill on this arc. At least that's what Toonami said. I mean, No. No, I don't. Playing forward. 33rd minute. Now well on the ball. 0-0. 0-0. Playing forward. Marcel Ruiz loses the ball. Pinballs away from him. 33rd minute. Shot wide. Goal kick for Toluca. Playing forward. Bane! And that was, dirty. We're going to get a fight. Linez got brought down. Or maybe not. I think Gilberto Moro will make it to England's World Cup squad. Probably not, no. He's a good player, but playing forward. Toluca has a chance here. Gets the ball. Offside. 0-0. 0-0. Lewis found a photo of Havertz walking past the Champions League trophy. I mean, he did win one for Chelsea. And, I mean, he's the only guy you probably can't be mad at about Arsenal. I mean, he scored a goal to give them the lead, and then they blew it from there. I mean, playing forward, headed away. How we doing? Toluca looking like the better team. They've evened out the possession. Still have more shots, though. Over the top. No way. He just got fired. What are you kidding? Arne Slot is the leading candidate to become AC Milan's new head coach. That can't be true. Well, that crash out Herc hat on Football Americas is worth absolutely nothing now. Arne Slot over Mauricio Pochettino. Why? If I was AC Milan, I'd rather have Pochettino. Are you crazy? I didn't say Pochettino was a good coach, but he's better than Arne Slot. Playing forward. Tigres getting pushed, pressed heavily. Was he a heel? That Jabba genie looking character, was he a heel in Dragon Ball? Playing forward. .38th minute. I think Szoboszlai is a good player, yeah. I mean, he was Liverpool's best player this year. Szoboszlai is a good player. Ball crossed in. Tigres have it. Chance shot, headed away. Not far enough. Okay, no, he wasn't a heel then, no. Cross in, headed away. Well, there was an evil. Do you think Chelsea gets back to another Champions League final under Blue Co? Probably not. Probably not. Let Jobby cook, but we'll see. Probably not. Probably not. Saved. Toluca's being a little bit sloppy. Yeah. So, I mean, evil Boo, I guess. Yeah. Maybe that's what I was remembering. Yeah, I guess evil Boo. Have you not seen their stadium? I mean, Toluca, their stadium's a damn cauldron. What do you mean they have no fans? Saved by Nawell. What do you mean they have no fans? Their stadium's full and it's a cauldron. It might be a small stadium, but you know what? Maybe it's better. Maybe that shows they're all real fans. Maybe that shows that Toluca is true to the people who are truly their fans, who are truly their people. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. I think Toluca has a good fan base. .40th minute. Toluca, I thought they've always had a good fan base, even before they won the title. They're better than freaking Atlas, I'll tell you that much. Now, Atlas was a team who had a fan base that absolutely spawned in out of nowhere after they won a bicampeonato, and they got annoying as fuck. Simple. Toluca is not Atlas. By no stretch of the imagination, they are not Atlas. .0-0. Headed forward. Toluca still looks like the better team. Overall, I think they're the better team. They've played the better football. Saved. Tigres header cleared. Tigres are trying to scam it. Because they've won the most recent bicampeonato in Guadalajara. Like that 1 year means everything. Like, if Arsenal fans were Atlas fans, I understand why you'd hate Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal's that bad. I don't know. Makes me wonder if Marcel Ruiz is going to be on there. You know, I hate it for him. Like, he rehabbed. Marcel Ruiz rehabbed his way back just to play a Champions Cup final and not go to the World Cup. He rehabbed his ass off to play a World Cup, and he won't go there. At least that's what it looks like. He didn't go to the camp. Unless they wanted to see him stay healthy throughout the whole run-in the Mexican League, and they'd call him in if he stayed healthy. But I feel like that's cope. I don't know. Either way, saved. I hate it for Marcel Ruiz, but you know what? Maybe Aguirre's saving him from himself. Again, as I said, you don't want him to end up like Samuel Umtiti for a team that will never win the World Cup. Again, at least France in 2018 was an outside favorite that did win the thing. Samuel Umtiti put his career on the line for a team who won the World Cup. Toluca has a chance, and it's cleared away by Tigres. Just pushed away. CBS Sports right now is streaming USA versus Senegal when the game is happening tomorrow. I don't know what the hell. Aren't they? By the way, we're off tomorrow. Ecuador's beating Saudi 1-0. Curacao got their ass whipped by Scotland. Not surprised. 45th minute. Ball crossed in. No, Edson. Edson better. Are you kidding me? Blocked away. Edson Alvarez should start. You kidding me? One minute of stoppage time at the half. Canada plays on Monday. We'll be live Monday for that against Uzbekistan. Playing forward. 30 seconds. Toluca, that's out for a throw-in for Tigres. Final seconds of the half. And that is halftime. 0-0, 0-0, medio tiempo. Toluca's been the better team, but they've had their moments of almost throwing it away. Tigres have gotten challenged, but they haven't allowed anything. So far, 50-50. Toluca now has more possession than Tigres. Okay. All right. Do you think the USA should have tried harder to convince Brian Gutierrez to play for them? I think they did all they could. And I think he wanted to play for Mexico more. You can't change somebody what they want out of their career. And if Brian Gutierrez felt more Mexican, that's him. That's his choice. And I respect that. That's the way it should be. If that's what he feels, that's what he should be. That's what he should play for. And I think that's the way it should be. So I think that's the way you got to look at it. But with that being said, We'll take a short break at the halftime with the stats, get this one going. $45 more minutes to go. 0-0, 0-0. Short break. Medio tiempo. Halftime. 0-0, 0-0. We are back for the stats of the half. Mira's more informed, and I honestly don't think Edson makes much more difference under Javier's system, but I'm a Cruz Azul fan, so I'm a little biased. But Edson, well, we'll see what happens. Either way, stats of the half, 54% possession to 46% possession, 6 shots to 4, 2 shots on goal to 2, 154 accurate passes, 81% to 128, 78%. 3 corners to 1, 6 shots to 4, 2 shots on goal to 2, 190 passes to 164, 81% pass accuracy to 78, 17 throws to 7, 1 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards, 0, 0 red cards, 0, 9 fouls to 7, 0-0 at the half. 0-0 miro tiempo. Toluca, to me, is the better team. Ludwig Kaiser. El Grande original, I don't know what they're. Ludwig Kaiser's El Grande. You know, I'll pull that Louisville game off my schedule then. Louisville looks like garbage right now. I think I'll pull that Louisville game off my schedule. Either way. With that being said, Toluca is the better team to me. I think Toluca are on the ball better. They've had the better chances. Tigres haven't really challenged him, it feels to me. I don't think Tigres have really challenged Toluca going forward overall. I like what I'm seeing from Toluca. They're controlling the game more than not. They're controlling the game more than not. They're pushing the ball forward. They're getting chances. Are they the best level of chances? No. But are they getting chances? Yes. I think Toluca's controlling the game more than Tigres, and overall, if Toluca keeps this momentum, they should win the game overall. So we'll see as this game goes. But right now, I like what I'm seeing. Thank you, Mile High. You said that earlier, but thank you. So Toluca should, as this stands, win the game. But we'll see what happens over the next 45 minutes of the last club game we're doing before the World Cup. Not just the biggest club game before the World Cup. I'm taking that Louisville game off my schedule. They look garbage right now. Either way. So, this is the last club game we're doing before the World Cup. Last club game we do until July. Mexico put out their full squad. Martinez is the striker starting. Mamote is starting. Okay. Yay, World Cup. Friendlies and then the World Cup. But, yep, the club football's over. Here we go, 45 more minutes. Elfaf, the center ref. Well, that's a good thing. I can see why this and we're off. 45 more minutes to go. If it's tied after 90, we go to extra time. playing forward. Pineda's the right wing. Okay. Interesting. '45th minute. Throw in. Header. Ha 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 ha. Ah! Shy missed 2 straight free throws. And the Spurs are leading, as far as I can tell. San Antonio's leading by 2. Oklahoma City cut into their lead. Of course they did. Three minutes before half. Playing forward. '47th minute. Tigres on the ball. Tigres, shot save. Alvarez is playing. Corner for Tigres. Or throw in, actually. Throw in. Long throw in. Horrible throw in. Just lobs it, and that was horrible. That was horrible. Sad. Playing backwards. '48th minute. '49th minute. Down. Slid down. No foul. Just falls on his ass. '49th minute. Nil-nil. Settle. Tigres keeping this tight because they know that's their chance. August 6th, Club America versus San Diego in Leagues Cup at Estadio Azteca. Mexico with a back 5, playing forward. Auziel, let me see. Well, Fat Mob might not really know, but it's worth a shot. 0-0, 14 minutes in for South Korea, Trinidad. Mexico, Australia. Fat Mob ain't saying nothing yet. Of course. Tigres, 50th minute. And OKC has the lead. Damn it, damn it, damn it. 49-52. $49.53 actually. Toluca's struggling a little bit to start this half. I gotta say, struggling a little bit. Okay, they're only down one. Goal kick. You see South Korea tie or South Africa. I think I saw the score, but I haven't really looked into it much. Was that yesterday or something? That's not good news for them playing Mexico. 0-0. In South Africa. Substitution. Marcel Ruiz is off. They're taking off Marcel. That's a choice. For Arce. Okay, that's a choice. While you're struggling. Okay, that's a choice. Yeah, that's not good news. Tim Payne. No pain, no gain. I don't like... If South Africa drew 0-0, that's not good news for them against Mexico. I mean, we figured Mexico would be the favorite there, but especially in Mexico itself, but, you know, it's not the best way to see it pan out. Back four. Futbol Asada says back four for Mexico. Luis Chavez in the back four. Wait, no. Mateo probably. Chavez, Vasquez, Alvarez, Sanchez, Fidalgo, Romo, Chavez, Vega, Mote, Pineda. Wait, what happened to Raul Jimenez? Either way, yeah, back four. Oh, the Spurs have the lead at the half. 56-53. Futbol Asada guys are funny, even though Andre hates Cruz Azul. They're saying that Moro will get destroyed by Mbokasi. No, he won't. Toluca playing forward, 53rd minute. '54th minute. Toluca's been struggling this half so far, I gotta say. They've been struggling. '54th minute. A lot of YouTubers are very high on South Africa. Yeah, but then you draw that game at home to a team who plays similar, a CONCACAF team. I don't know about as similar to Mexico, but of course you play teams from confederations to try to get an idea. Yeah, you think you have a chance. Like, Los Piñoleros is a team that South Africa, if they're as good as people say, in South Africa should have destroyed. They didn't. So you're telling me they're going to go to Mexico and get absolutely, you think they have a chance going to Mexico. And they chose to play that game in South Africa, which climatologically is not Mexico. Okay, one. Second of all, yeah, I don't see it in the Estadio Azteca. It's nobody. Here's the thing about the Azteca. It's hard for non-Mexican teams to win there. That's why it's so awesome when club or country, teams that aren't Mexican win there. Aztecaso. Look at Nashville. Nashville was the first MLS team to win at the Estadio Azteca against America. Nashville! It's hard to win there if you ain't Cruz Azul or America or Mexico. The United States have done it a couple of times. Hell, getting a draw there. Shot wide. Toronto, some of my most favorite results of my teams are draws at the Azteca. Toronto FC in 2018, 1-1. 4-1 on aggregate, but a 1-1 draw. Or 4-2. Or 4-2 on aggregate. My bad. 4-2 on aggregate. 1-1 on the night. At Estadio Azteca in the Champions League 2018. Canada drawing Mexico at the Octo in 2021. 1-1. At the Azteca. And that was probably the shittiest Mexico I've ever seen. And Canada drew there. Those results mean a lot to me. A lot of people have high hopes on South Africa, even though they got knocked out in the round of 16 in the AFCON. Because people love looking for the dark horses. This is one of those, remember when people called Turkey a dark horse? And it went to complete and utter shit? Yeah, that's what this sounds like. Except, I could see why people argued for Turkey. When Turkey was the dark horse at Euro 21, I think, I could understand that. I didn't agree, but I could understand the argument. People arguing for South Africa like, they're a dark horse. They ain't beating Mexico, I'll tell you that much. We'll see what the rest of the group looks like, but they ain't beating Mexico. They also have South Korea. South Korea's better than them. Well, I think they're better now than they were 5 years ago. I think Turkey dark horse shouts are better than they were 5 years ago. They're better than they were 5 years ago. People have been hammering the Turkey button for a long time, though. People still hammer that button, but I understand it more now than I did 5 years ago. I mean, Yildiz, Trinidad game not showing anywhere. I mean, I don't know where it's showing. Font Mob says it's not on FIFA Plus, I would assume. It's a good thing I chose this then. Oh, no, it says TV. Hold on. There's a TV. TV and streaming. Find out where to watch the match. This match is broadcast live on BYU, Brigham Young in the USA. BYU. Oh no, stupid FIFA, bro. Or TTFA, bro. Hold on, let me see some. Do you think Norway has a chance to have a solid run? Yeah, I do. If Odegaard shows up. It's not exactly I'm more worried about. At least back in the Warner days, he used to have a way for us to see matches. I wish, I feel like it should be legal. It should be a law across the world. I think it should be a law across the world. You have to show national team games of every sport, or at least the main sports in your country, on terrestrial TV. So, like CBS in America should, or something like that, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox should show the games live. Fuck what bullshit they're showing on a Wednesday. Doesn't matter. The only reason you can't show a game on a terrestrial channel is if there's severe weather in that area. You can break in for that. But that's the only reason you shouldn't be able to. When there's a national team game of your main sports playing. So in the USA, baseball, hockey, football, soccer, Trinidad, cricket, football, and I mean association football. Canada, hockey, association football. Baseball, maybe. It should be on terrestrial TV. People who have antennas and converter boxes should be able to get it. Not some Fox FS1 bullshit. Not some Crave TV bullshit. Not ESPN Plus. No. Proper, like a channel you could get with a damn antenna and a converter box. Network television. CBC, Canada. ABC, Fox, CBS, USA. TBS, Tokyo Broadcasting System, NHK, Japan. You get what I mean. That should be a law. Every country, worldwide law. For every meaningful sport that country plays, national team games should be shown on network television. Friendlies, competition, whatever it is, show it. And you only can not show it if there's severe weather in your area. Like if you have to break in for that sort of breaking news. BYU TV, it actually is. Okay. Official website. Trying to help you here. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here's the link. It's the first thing on there. Boom. Here's the game for you. Here's the Trinidad game for you. Boom. There's a Trinidad game for you. That's for you, son. It's on that website. Still a big Crepeau fan? Yes, I am. It's better than Dane St. Clair. 0-0, 63rd minute. Playing forward. So, yeah, I'm on stand on that. Every national team game. Actually, let me check something. Let me see. There it is. There it is. 0-0, 27 minutes in. Oh my God, this is so low rent. Oh my God. I don't even know, Isaiah. I don't know what happened. But there's your match, son. It's on, and all you got to do is click the first watch live. Brigham Young University TV. They're not kidding. 0-0, 27 minutes in, by the way. Toluca playing forward. It looks so low rent. Shot. Wide. But I still stand on what I say. Think all Mexico games free over antenna waves in Mexico? Good. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Tigres have it. Trying to play forward, 65th minute of 70. Are a lot of Europeans playing for Tigres because they're at the World Cup. It's World Cup. There's a $30 coffee passport in Denver to get you a free drink at 20 places on the passport with a purchase spending menu item. Well, I mean, I'll definitely go there for the menu item. I'm not sure I'd go there for the coffee. I'm not really a coffee guy. But if I could just get the menu item or free drink with a purchase of any menu item. Well, if they say free drink, if that means I could get a refresher or a smoothie or a white hot chocolate as a free drink, then maybe. If it's just coffee, then that's not my... I'll just get the menu item and be done with it. Yes, I mean, the way Marcelo played during his last friendly for Canada, I think he actually is... He really wants this call-up, and he's going to do everything he can for Canada. So, I like it. Looks like just coffees, of course. 66 minute. '67th minute. Shot wide. Goal kick for Toluca, 68th minute. Alex over Garnacho. Garnacho is horrible. You can't be worse. You legitimately couldn't be worse. 2 substitutions for Tigres. You honestly couldn't be worse. Buffalo Aguirre is off for Brunetta. Well, yeah, Seattle, of course, there's coffee stands in Seattle. I know about coffee in Seattle. It's a big thing. I know. Farfan on for Laronia. Oh, the Portland Timbers legend Marco Farfan. Toluca playing forward. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe because they're not good enough and they're always looking for the next best thing in every position, and it's a cycle of hype and hope and letdowns, and players can't really build a career because they have no chance to. Toluca, back heel. Here's a chance. Cleared away by Tigres. Not far enough. 69th minute. Helino. Ball crossed in. Shot headed away. Tigres are in the right spots to defend well. Free kick the other way. Yeah, that's a free kick. Yeah, most of the time. It's a final. It's a Champions Cup final. What do you think? Well, I mean, maybe some people want coffee at 12 a.m. because either they're working late or they're just crazy people. Perez on for Toluca. The bad thing about Toluca is their bench is empty. Making subs is a waste of time. Well, I mean, it's kind of either way. They're not as good as people say. So, Crave TV is getting Monday Night Hockey in Canada. Wednesday night hockey on Amazon Prime. Thursday night hockey on Sportsnet. Hockey night in Canada on Sportsnet on Saturday. 70th minute. Playing forward. And that's a bad giveaway. $10 for a mocha? It better be a good one. Free kick for Tigres, 71st minute. This is more entertaining. Do you think Mexico will score 3 goals on South Africa? Yes. Well, good. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the ad revenue from it. 71st minute. Somebody hit a super chat, please. $72. We got tomorrow we're off, but we got Run It Back for May for the Dynasty Stars. Monday we got month ahead and the Canada game, Canada Uzbekistan. Playing forward. Headed on. Who do you think would be the worst team in the World Cup? I don't. Probably playing forward. Uzbekistan, somebody like Uzbekistan or Curacao, probably. That'll be an interesting one, yeah. Lots of stuff. Playing forward. And that's a free kick for Toluca. Player down hurt for Tigres. '73rd minute. I think Haitians might be one of the worst teams in the World Cup. I hope they do well, though. You know, I mean, playing forward. Toluca. Ball crossed in. Local shops need to charge no more than $8.50 for a large iced drink, or else it's a waste of time and everyone will turn on you. I still think $8.50 is kind of, that's a push. But it is a local shop. I'd understand it. But $8.50 for a freaking coffee is kind of like, it better be a good coffee. Local place have a theme of overreacting the fuck out of their coffee beans. Like saying they're better than what. Either way, 74th minute. Again, I'm not the coffee guy by any means. I'm not Claudio Castagnoli. I'm not John Cena on. Or I'm not the same with John Cena on. I'm not the coffee guy. I don't know a fucking thing. Tigres have the ball. Here's a chance. Cross in. Cleared away. Over roasting. Okay, that makes more sense. Yankee Stadium charges $7 for an iced coffee. That's no. No. Is that a wholesome question, or are you? No. Either way, no. Either way, no. Speaking of coffee guys in that group with Cena and Claudio Castagnoli, Seth Rollins is in that group. Makes sense because Becky Lynch is his wife. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Seth is a coffee guy, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah. No. Again, I'm not the coffee guy here. I don't know how to judge a coffee place by its flat white. That's John, not me. I don't know a damn thing. I don't know a damn thing. Judging a coffee place by its flat white is a John Cena thing. That is not my thing. I'm not a BTS Army guy. That's a John Cena thing. I'm not a coffee guy. That's a John Cena thing completely. Ideally, I think $7.80 is high enough to charge for a 20-ounce iced latte. Now, why the hell? 20 ounces? No. I still hate Red Bull as a company. I do like Max Verstappen. I do like Arvid Lindblad. I do like Isaac Hajar, but I still hate Red Bull as a company. And I guess Jurgen Klopp because he's connected to him. I still like Jurgen. But either way, no, I'll never drink a Red Bull. Now, the Lando Norris flavored papaya, yuzu, Monster Energy, the Lando can, yes. It's actually really good. It's not the Lando, the yuzu, melon, Monster Energy with like Lando's helmet design on there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Besides, you should hate Red Bull too. Do you remember what they did to Checo Perez? Do you remember what they did to Checo? Andre Pierre Gignac is on for Tigres. Can he get a last-second winner? Do you remember what they did to Checo? You should hate Red Bull too. 20 ounces of Starbucks large. Well, yeah, Coca-Cola guy, yeah. Factor in operation, materials, ingredients, rent, labor costs. Well, fair enough. That's true. Header. Shot, save, rebound. Tigres, another corner. I remember hearing about Pepsi Blue, but I never tried it. Now, I did try Crystal Pepsi, though. You know, the clear Pepsi that was kind of had a melon taste to it. Sort of. Because, you know, they brought that back a couple of times. Crystal Pepsi was good. 0-0, 79th minute. Lol. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they brought it back again. Like Crystal Pepsi was a 90s thing that they brought back like in the mid-2010s a couple of times. I wouldn't mind if they brought it back again. Clear Pepsi that had like a melony taste. Sort of. It's been about 10 years since I've drank one. Melony? Sort of. How was that not 1-0? Luck. Tigres is about to scam one, aren't they? Oh my God, am I a jinx? They're about to scam one. They're about to scam one. They're about to scam it. Oh. The UCL final was terribly boring. This is 0-0, but this is more fun. I think this game is more fun. Even if it hasn't been a goal fest, this game's more fun. I have to say. Yeah, Blueberry Pepsi. This is more fun. Honestly. Sometimes there can be fun 0-0 games. There can be. Arsenal, 1-0, 1-1. That was not fun. That was not fun at all. Huh. Andre Pierre-Gignac on for Marcelo Flores. Monster, Alani, Celsius, 4G G Fuel, Bang, Rain, All Clear, Red Bull by a country mile. I mean, I'm not an energy drink guy either, but again, the Lando can, the Lando Norris can, Monster Energy, this like yuzu melon, awesome flavor. I tried it because I was a Lando stan, or I am a Lando stan. It's a really good flavor though. I'm not exactly a... Like the Gronk can was just regular Monster Energy, which, no. No. Because I remember trying the Gronk can back when that was a thing. But the Lando flavor. Yeah, I just saw that. Sad to hear. Scored Henry Kane today off a Coca-Cola bottle. 82nd minute. Nice. Saved by Toluca. Blueberry lemonade popsicles. They were okay. Those sound pretty good. No, we're done. We're finishing with this. Playing forward, Toluca clears. Flores' injury looked bad. Oh, God, no. Of course. OKC only down by 5. Of course, Flores gets hurt right before the World Cup. Fuck. Great. Wonderful. We're fucked. Marcelo Flores came off just to get hooked for an injury. Of course. Lovely. He actually looked really good for Canada, though. It actually looked like he fit in well, and he's going to get hurt right before the World Cup, and he could have, hopefully some mild hyperextension. That's still probably going to take him out to Bosnia. Shot. Oh, no. Moro Sorio. Oh, no. Oh. Can we just play Schwanier? Yep, there it is on Canada Soccer Reddit. Here's hoping it looks worse than it is. That knee got twisted bad. Lucky if he didn't tear his ACL. The look on his face said it all. We're probably going to be out by the time he comes back. Who we kidding? Playing forward. Besides, when it comes down to it, with Marcelo, I mean, will he even be at his peak if he comes back? USA getting grouped. I still think they're at least going to finish third in the group. I still feel like they are. Playing forward. Oh, Lord. Don't tell me. Hassan. Oh, my God. Hassan said SGA is a basketball terrorist and must be stopped. Am I agreeing with Hassan again? He's right, though. That's the second time in a while. No joke. He's right, though. Hassan's right, though. Never thought I'd say those words twice in a couple of days, but okay. 87th minute. USA has to make it out of the group, or the 2030 group has nothing to build on. If they don't make it out of the group, they got to blow it up. I hate to tell you. If the USA gets grouped at the World Cup, you got to blow it up. You have to blow it up. I'm sorry. You cannot keep going with what you have. 86th minute. You cannot keep going with what the USA is if they get grouped. You have to blow it up. Copa was different. You got a new coach. You tried with a new coach. He had his moments. Playing forward. Gable's getting unmasked. So. Be as detailed as possible. Honestly, get rid of even Pulisic might be the only guy. How about you should have called up Luna? Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the U20 USA side that was at the U20 World Cup. They were very good. They seemed to fight harder for the badge than the Pulisic era of players, than his generation. You have to get players that fight for the badge. I think you throw the whole Pulisic generation out. I think you go straight to the U20s. And you go from there and you find the best young players from MLS and lower leagues in Europe. If the only way there's a player who might have played in this era from 2018 to 2026, if they get grouped, is if they were on the outside looking in, like a Daryl DK or Patrick Ajimong or Diego Luna, so to speak. If they were a big name on this roster, Tyler Adams may be the only one where I'm like, Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, those are the only two that I'm like, you know what? They could stay, be the elder statesman. Matt Freese, he could stay. Other than that, Balogun, he ain't shown me nothing. Pulisic, he ain't really shown me much, besides maybe Nations League games. Reyna, sorry about your luck, but it never went well for you. Dest, show me some more fight. You didn't. 90th minute. Mackenzie Adams and Pulisic must stay, and Richards too. Okay, Chris Richards, good point. Yeah, Chris Richards could stay as well. You're right. Good point. Good point. But, okay, Chris Richards is more than outside looking in. Chris Richards could stay. Adams, McKennie, Richards. I don't even know if I want Pulisic to stay. I don't know. I mean, Rafa Marquez is a better Chris Richards. Oh, Bayern. He was at Bayern 5 minutes. Rafa Marquez was a better player. I mean, Chris Richards is a good center back, but he ain't Rafa Marquez yet. McKennie, Anthony Robinson. Okay, I'm more. Okay, there are players I would keep from this era. Okay, I agree with Anthony Robinson as well, but Pulisic, I don't know. But I mean, I think the U20. Tillman, no. Malik, okay, Timothy, no. Malik, yeah, he's on the squad, but outside looking in, do you keep Mark McKenzie? I'd give him a chance. I'd give him a chance to join the squad. Yeah, I mean, he's been more outside looking in, sadly. I'd give him a chance. 91st minute. Looks like we're going to extra time again. Last time these two teams played in the final, they went to penalties. At Toluca Stadium, by the way. So, always an interesting thing to think about. Yeah, he ain't. Playing forward. Here comes Tigres. Could they get a late goal? Gignac. No. He does not get there. Toluca underruns it. Advantage played. Problem be fixed with Diego Cochen, Matthias Albert, and Kevin Sullivan. I mean, I agree with that, yeah. 92 minutes. Oh. Toluca. Free kick for Toluca. 93rd minute. Will there be a last-second goal? I mean, if anything, that should probably be... Yeah, it is Toluca's. Or will we go to extra time? And we go farther and farther. Player down hurt. '94th minute. Over the top. Out for a goal kick for Nahuel. 1 minute to go. Before stoppage time, of course. Playing forward, Toluca. Pressing Tigres. Tigres have a chance to attack. One last attack to win it before extra time. Tigres playing forward. Out for a throw, and that's going to be a Tigres throw. Yeah. Playing forward. Corner. Corner for Tigres at the last second before full time. Will Tigres get a chance to take their corner? One last play. Brunetta. Corner taken. Header. brought down. Tigres, and it's penalty. Wait. No. Goal kick. It's a goal kick. Okay. Goal kick for Toluca, and we're going to go to extra time. So another extra time. Another extra time in another Champions final. This time CONCACAF. And we're going to extra time. 0-0. Esta noche. Or 0-0 esta noche. 0-0 on the night. We're going to extra time. 30 more minutes. Maybe more. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. Be back. We're back for extra time. Gotta hate how Tigres plays and everyone lets them get away with it. One guy holds the ball for like 5 minutes and they call it possession. Well, here's the problem with that. Toluca's talent is pretty much, once they drop to the bench, they ain't got nobody. I'm surprised Tigres hasn't put them away, but they haven't. And we're waiting for extra time to start. 30 minutes, 15 and 15, but 30 minutes. Here we go. And Marcelo Flores is getting carried back to the locker room. Ugh, that's not a good sign. Not at all. Here we go. It's not a good sign at all. He's getting carried back to the locker room, piggyback on. Oof, Maron. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. At all. And here we go. Extra time, we will begin. It is 30 more. You overslept. How so? "30 more minutes of football to be played. For shame." Gignac to kick it off. Tigres will start with a possession, and here we go. 15 minutes, a halftime, and 15 more minutes of football to be played. Showed up to see extra time. You didn't miss much. Missed a really good chance from Tigres, but it's been interesting. But, I mean, if you don't care about a chess match. Possession? No. Playing forward, saved. The last time these two teams played in the final against each other at Nemesio Diaz, they went to penalties and had 11 penalty takers per side. Way we're going, we might have that again. Toluca has put on 4 of their subs. Paulinho's still on. They have 2 subs left. And maybe the best quality they have left on the bench. Oh, Isaias came on. Mauricio Isaias came on. So that's actually 5. They have 1 sub left. So let's see what happens there. "92 minutes. Jay Will cut the Spurs lead to 2. "92 minutes, 0-0. 0-0. Tiempo extra." It'd be funny if both Champions finals went to penalties today. It'd be funny. It would be funny. That is for sure. Oh, well. Chivas sucks. Bunch of frauds. Hey, that's what happens when your best striker gets called up to the national team and you can't play him during the playoffs. You choke. Your best chance at a trophy in God knows how long. You suck. Formiga's the only reason you got that close to a trophy, and then he couldn't play because of this damn World Cup camp. Shot, save! You got what you deserved. Spurs got bait to a pump fake, fouled Shea from 3-point range. Fouled Caruso on a loose ball to give OKC 5 free points. Of course they did. Spurs discipline is going to be their downfall this series. Or just the refs calling everything against them. Both at the same time. What a shot by Correa, but it was saved. 94th minute. Tigres are starting to put some really good chances on net, even if Toluca's been the better team. But when you barely have any creativity left because some of your best players go to the World Cup camp and then you sub off the others, you kind of get what you deserve. Here's a chance. Tigres, Lainez, blocked away. Kind of get what you deserve. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're the better team. Sometimes you're the more, what's the word? More, blah, blah. What's the word? Blah. Clinical team. The more clinical team, yes. 94th minute. The more clinical team. And Tigres, they haven't been, but they look closer to it, to say that much. Gignac might walk away a champion. This could hold on. Non-contact knee injury in the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. Tigres is lucky this is a World Cup year. You're right. You're honestly right. I'm not saying they didn't. I mean, they've been very lucky the whole time. Let's be real. Tigres have been very lucky the whole time when it comes to this tournament. When it comes down to it, you look at the game as it is, and they've been good at home, but they've been bad on the road. And again, well, no, they actually haven't been really that bad here. Even against those fraud Cincinnati, they were lucky. I mean, they had an amazing comeback. Let's not get that twisted. They had an amazing comeback in that game, but at home, playing forward. Tigres. Cleared away. I really hope to not see Pumas in the final again for a long time because that crash out was way over the top. '98th minute. Goal kick for Nahuel. Playing forward. Oh, advantage played for Toluca. Playing forward. Here's a chance. Blocked away, corner. Cross in. Header. Tigres have a chance to break. They don't. 99th minute. What? No. No way. I didn't see any of this. That's crazy. What? Wow. So they went full Vancouver Canucks 2011. Is that what they did? I didn't know. And Gignac is down. I mean, hey, when you lose too much, it takes a toll. Ask the Vancouver Canucks. See, that's what surprised me about the Whitecaps. The Whitecaps lost to Miami and nothing bad happened. But the Canucks have lost, what, 2 Stanley Cups? And when they lost both their recent Stanley Cup finals, they burnt the city down. I don't know. And no, I'm not joking. Paulinho. They're taking off Paulinho. Oh my God. Yeah, I hate it, man. I hope it's just a hyperextension. It hurts. It hurts to watch. But he was getting piggybacked to the locker room by a Tigres coach, staff member. I don't think that's a good look. 101st minute, like before extra time started. What are they doing? They just took Paulinho off. If this goes to penalty, he just did the most dumbass shit possible. I hope Tigres scores 2 on you just because. They took Paulinho off. You idiots. No. Ball crossed in. They took Paulinho off. Ball crossed in, corner. What the hell? For Sebastian Cordova. I don't know what the hell. 101st minute. Corner. Corner for Tigres. Ball crossed in. Header. Not really good positioning on the header, but either way, Toluca attacking. Can they find something here? Throw in for Toluca. 0-0, esta noche. Here's a chance. Shot! Saved! Saved by Noel. 103rd minute. Oh my. Nice to see Depay get caught up for the Dutch despite his injury troubles. Yeah. He's still got some talent there, I gotta say. Wow. Just rolls. That was Toluca's chance, and South Korea scored 1-0. 40th minute, Son scored over Trinidad. Not that I'm surprised, but, you know, whatever. Goal kick, 104th minute. Cordova's trying to prove you wrong. Well, I mean, ain't that hard to do, isn't it? I mean, he has to. Playing forward, shot, goal! Goal for Toluca! Oh my word! They've scored 1-0 for Toluca. They put it away right before the first half of extra time was over. 1-0. 1-0 esta noche. Gol de Toluca. Arce. Arce. Oh no. Diaz. It was Diaz who scored. Jorge Diaz. Jorge Diaz. Jorge Diaz scores the goal. The 27-year-old striker. What a perfect run, and then just puts it wide and not well, but into the post. Talented. Good finish. Jorge Diaz. Good finish. $104. 1-0. 1-0 esta noche. Diaz. Wow. Wow. They got better when Cordova came on. Maybe Paulinho didn't have it tonight. Who knows? Arce with the assist. Diaz with a goal. 105. Hero of the game for the time being. Man of the match for the time being, yes. 105. And the flares are off. And Nemesio Diaz. Can Tigres find an answer to send this to penalties? We're going to find out. Two minutes of stoppage time. Speaking of how we doing in the NBA, it is Spurs leading. The Spurs are leading by 9 with 8 to go in the fourth quarter. Come on, San Antonio. One more minute, less than a minute to go. Huh. Oh, the band who did the UEFA Champions League opening was Mr. Brightside. The band who did Mr. Brightside. Okay. Playing forward. $107. Finally a goal. Well, it was a good one, too. Did he nutmeg somebody? He might have. What a shot, man. Woo! 107. Halftime of extra time. No. 1-0. 1-0. Mendez. Halftime of extra time. 1-0. De la tiempo. Miro tiempo de la tiempo extra. Diaz goleador. 1-0 Toluca. 1-0 at halftime of extra time. 15 more minutes to go. And we will have a champion in CONCACAF. Sit tight, be back. Short break. 1-0. 1-0. We're back for extra time, 105-43. Second half of extra time, Gignac on the ball. Can Tigres find an answer to send this to penalties? Or will they not? Will Toluca hold on? Toluca have been the better team for most of the game. They struggled a little bit as they made their subs, but Cordova comes on and they look better. They finally get their answer, and overall, I'm kind of shocked about that. Oh, could this stay in? Do they have a chance here? This stays in. Toluca, could they make this the dagger? Ball crossed in. Cordova still on the ball, but it's tackled away by Tigres. Cordova gets it back. Sebastian Cordova. Toluca. Bad giveaway. Toluca still on the ball. 107th minute. Toluca, 1-0. Segundo tiempo de la tiempo extra. Plays forward, Toluca. Giveaway, Tigres gets the ball back and they clear the danger. Goal kick for Nahuel. And Brunetta's down holding his shin. 107th minute. Both Champions Cup finals today went to extra time. Arsenal PSG in the UEFA Champions League went to extra time. And Toluca Tigres have went to extra time. Now, Toluca got their goal and kept and found their way through. Playing forward, Tigres back to Correa. Ooh. Tigres, 108th minute. Blocked away. Playing forward. Cleared away. Six minutes left in the fourth quarter of the Spurs-Oklahoma game. 97-91, Spurs. Okay. 108. 12 minutes to go plus stoppage time. 1-0, 1-0. Toluca are holding on. They got their goal. Finally found it. Were Toluca. They were the better team, but were they at their best tonight? Not the whole time. And I mean, of course, they were also not at their best 11 either. And this game's getting a bit chippy. 109th minute, of course it is. Hit that like button, hit that super chat button, hit that join button, become a member, all that great stuff. Let's get this one going. We'll review the game within the hour. $110th minute. Ten minutes to go plus stoppage time. Header away. Cordova does not get there. Didn't he used to play for Tigres? Hold on. America. could have sworn he did. I know he played America, but he also played for Tigres. Yeah, he played for both. And Necaxa as well. And Oaxaca for 6 months. America from 18 to 21, and then Tigres. 98 games, 159. Yeah, he did. Yohan goal for Mexico. Yohan Vasquez for Mexico. Yohan Vasquez, yes. Good for him. The gentleman, yes. Well, what do you know? Respectable. 112th minute. You know what? Respectable. 112. Pushed out. Throw in. $113th minute. Free kick for Tigres. Tigres puts it wide. Lainez, cross, header. Nope. Brunetta. Oh, he just got put to the ground. 113th minute. $113th, 120. $102 to 91 for the Spurs with, well, 102 to 93. Ball crossed in, header, goal! Goal for Tigres. It's 1-1. Goal de Tigres. Was that Joaquim? Joaquim saves their ass again. Got the away goal for them to get past Seattle, and I think Joaquim just saved their ass with a header again. Well, there you go. Joaquim saved their ass with a header again, and we're probably going to penalties. Oh, man. Ball crossed in, and he just gets up there and perfect header. Perfect header. Pulling away from Garcia, and it's 1-1, 114. 10 minutes later, Toluca thought they had the winner. 1-1, 1-1. No, they don't. No, they did not. Joaquim, goleador. 1-1. 5 minutos más. $114. What will Toluca do? Tigres got their answer. What will Toluca do? Will they answer back, or will we go to penalties? Set pieces are what that guy's done well this entire tournament. I agree. It saved Tigres' ass at times, especially that Seattle series. Joaquim should play for Arsenal. Hey, Mikel Arteta, go sign Joaquim. He's perfect. Playing forward. Brought down. Hey, Joaquim, Mikel. Joaquim is perfect for you. Joaquim and Magalhães. Joaquim's Brazilian, right? Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, Joaquim to Arsenal. Perfect. He's perfect. Header. Set pieces are the thing he does well. Well, can he defend? I mean, good enough. 116. Uno, 1-1. Ball crossed in, saved by Garcia. The last final these two teams played at Nemesio Diaz went to penalties. We're minutes away from that happening again. Playing forward. Because of course we are. 117. This match has been great. It's been better than the UEFA Champions League final, I'll tell you that much. 117. Cross in. Shot. Save. Correa had the chance to make this go Tigres' way, but it does not. Angel Correa gets saved. Player down hurt. Wish Nashville could have made it to the final. They wouldn't have done that good against Toluca. We wouldn't be this close to penalties if they made it. I don't know. Maybe not. 3:46 left in the NBA. Game 7, and the Spurs are leading by 9. It's getting tighter. 119. Playing forward. These two teams played like this in Liga MX, they would have been in the final. I feel like Toluca did. That's true. Nashville has beaten Toluca before. Well, that's before Toluca was this good. $2.54 left. $2.34 left. 107.98. Can we agree Jared Bednar got a longer leash than the average NHL coach on a contending team? Yeah, but he can't figure out how Vegas plays him. And that's the problem. Playing forward. Throw in. Cleared away. But should he be fired? I'm not. Spurs are only up 6. 2 minutes to go. Okay. Playing forward. 120th minute. How much stoppage time before penalties will we get? Cross in for Toluca. And that goes absolutely nowhere, but they keep it alive. 120. So close to penalties. Will it be? Ball crossed in. Cleared away. That's what made it 101. Okay. 136 left. Yep. And throw in. 1:23 left in the Spurs game, and they're up by 6 with 1:23 to go. 1 minute of stoppage time. What absolute choke from Toluca. I mean, the way this game goes, I think 1-1's a fair score, though. Let's see what they do on penalties, but they barely have any of their talent on, so that'll be interesting. Full time. We're going to penalties. Oh, wait, no, it's a throw-in. See what Toluca does. Do they try to get one late? No, it was not full time yet. And now we're going to penalties. It's full time. 1-1, 1-1 esta noche. We're going to penalties. We're getting a penalty shootout for another 1-1 game in Champions Finals today. All right, we'll take a short break. We'll be back. We're going to a shootout, boys. 1-1, 1-1. Esta noche, la penales, la final de la campeón de la CONCACAF. Penalties will define the champion. 5 shots each, if not more. Sit tight, be back. We're going to a shootout. Martin San Luis getting a contract extension in short order, as he should. We got 5 shots per team. A penalty shootout. 109-103 for Spurs OKC. 42 seconds left in that game. Wow, people are here for the shootout, aren't they? Woo, boy. As it should be. Wow. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. Super chat's on. And this is Arce played Diaz through, and what a shot that was. Toluca got a goal. They took the lead. Then Joaquin scores a header as per, and that was a pretty good header, and now we're going to penalties. Thunder lose. Huh. It ain't final yet on my side of it. And here comes the coin toss for the shootout. The last time these two teams played a final, it was a shootout. And Toluca won that shootout. Things are different here. Toluca's talent is not there. 22 seconds left, Spurs Thunder. Oh man, I don't think anybody has a real advantage in penalties. That is something to think about. Andre Pierre Gignac is still on, by the way. To be clear. Spurs look like they're going to win, but this will be interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Mal. That's the 5th time. 1-1 esta noche, penales. Yeah, get in their line. Get in the line. Toluca's going first to kick. Number 15, Pavel Perez, to take the first penalty. No Paulinho. He got taken off in the 101st minute, by the way, just to be clear. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Holy Lord. Look at all those views. Pavel Perez. Primera penal de la tanda de penales. First penalty of the penalty shootout will be Pavel Perez's for Toluca. What's Elfaf telling somebody to do? Nawell is shithousing. Of course he is. Nawell is shithousing. Of course he is. Who do you think we're dealing with here? It's Nawell Guzman. He's a shithouse. What the hell is... He's getting told to come up and get into the goal and listen to the instructions. And San Antonio's going to the NBA Finals. 111 to 103. Let's go. Let's go, San Antonio. Beat New York. Okay, we got that. I need Carolina to beat Vegas, and I need San Antonio to beat New York. It probably is about to go crazy. Yeah, he should get a yellow for that. I'm not going to lie. Is that the way they go? Go, New York, go, New York, go. Wait, no. No, go San Antonio. If it was the Thunder. Pavel Perez to take the first penalty. Yeah, get your gloves strapped up, jackass. Come on. Nawell being Nawell. Pavel Perez. Don't stutter step. Don't do that. Please, God, no. Runs up, shot, goal. Just past Nawell. 1-0 for Toluca. 1-0. Pavel Perez. Goal. 1-0. I agree. Good penalty. Just past the hand of Nawell. Pavel Perez. Andre Pierre-Gignac. His final kick of a ball as a Tigres player. Whether he actually retires or goes to Orlando, we don't know. But we know this is his last kick of a ball as a Tigres player unless we have another long-ass shootout between these teams. Gignac, shot, goal! You expected that. 1-1. Easy as you like, Gignac. Quality never goes away. 1-1. Gignac, goal. Sends Garcia the wrong way. Easy as you like. Next up, we got one. It is number 19. Simon, shot, goal, off the hand and in. Simon scores. Santiago Simon, 2-1. Toluca. Santiago Simon, off Nawell's hand and in. That was risky, but enough pace to knock it back. And it is Juan Brunetta to take the second penalty. Short run up for Juan Brunetta versus Garcia. Shot, goal! 2-2. Sends him the wrong way. Who's going to make the mistake? Like Arsenal PSG. Who's going to make the mistake? Goal for Brunetta. Tigres tie it. 2-2. Toluca. Number 6. Pereira. Federico Pereira. Shot in. Nawell gets the touch, but it goes in. 3-2. 3-2. Oh my God. Nawell got the touch, but it still goes in under his arm. No, unlucky, mate. Unlucky. 3-2. Let's see. Angel Correa. Fernando Gorehan. Fernando Gorehan. Fernando Gorehan to tie it back up. 3-2, Gorehan versus Garcia. Shot saved! Saved by Garcia! Gorehan! No goal! 3-2. 3-2. Toluca líder. Garcia. Save. Was his foot on the line? I think his foot was hovering over the line, but is that enough? I'm not sure. That might be checked. Next up, 29, Jorge Diaz, the hero who got Toluca the opening goal. Can he keep the lead for Toluca or extend the lead? Diaz. Jorge Diaz, goal! Swings it past Nahuel. It's 4-2. 4-2. If Tigres misses, it's over. If Tigres scores, Toluca has to score. Angel Correa to keep Tigres alive. This one ain't going all the way to the keepers, I'll tell you that much. 4-2. Not exactly the same score, but either way. Angel Correa to keep Tigres alive. He has to score to force Toluca to score. Angel Correa in the Champs Cup final to keep Tigres alive. A save will end it. A Toluca goal will end it. Tigres to keep themselves alive for the moment. Correa! Goal! Slips, but it gets in. 4-3. 4-3. He slipped, but it goes in. 4-3. Toluca for the win on this next penalty. Nahuel shithousing a little bit. Possible VAR check. Nahuel's getting on the line. Number 5. As it stands for the win. Romero. Franco Romero for the win. If he misses, Tigres have a chance to send this to sudden death. Franco Romero has to score to win it. Romero, save! Save! Nahuel saves! 4-3. Ooh. Horrible penalty by Romero. And Tigres. If Tigres scores, we go to sudden death. Tigres gets life. They have to score. They have to score. If they miss, it's over. Lainez, Diego Lainez. Diego Lainez with Toluca, with Tigres' chances in his hands. Will he go full Gabriel Magalhaes or will he not miss? Lainez versus Garcia. Sudden death or a win? Where are we going? Lainez with a short run up. Diego Lainez, shot, goal. 4-4, 4-4. We go to sudden death. 4-4. Lainez keeps Tigres alive. We keep going. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Best match of the week already. I mean, there weren't many to choose from. Sebastian Cordova, the former Tigres player. If he scores, Toluca are in the catbird seat. If he misses, they're in trouble. Cordova. Cordova, goal. 5-4. A miss ends it. A miss or a save ends it. Cordova scores. 5-4. Toluca líder. One more penalty at least. Or will we go to the goalies again? And then it is Romulo to keep them alive. Nawel completely shithousing talking to his players. Romulo has to score if it gets to 11-11. Not again. Romulo. To keep Tigres alive, he has to score. Romulo. Garcia. Yellow his ass. Yellow card for Nawel. Now he gets the yellow card. Okay. Romulo versus Garcia. A save or a miss wins it for Toluca. A goal pushes this another round. Romulo, long run up. Shot, goal! 5-5, 5-5. We keep going. Not again. Not again. Here we go again, boys. Here we go again. 5-5. 5-5. Now you start getting a bit worried. The party isn't ending. CONCACAF after dark, baby. Again, Toluca has to score or puts them in a better position if they do. Shot, goal! Goal! Fernando Arce got the assist on Diaz's goal, scores his penalty. Rolls it home. 6-5. Let's go, guys. Diego Juan Jose Peralta to take a penalty to keep Tigres alive. Juan Jose Peralta to keep Tigres alive. Stutter step shot, save, and it's over. It's over. Toluca have won the CONCACAF Champions Cup. 6-5, 6-5 on penalties. The 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup goes to Toluca. 1-1 on the night, 6-5 on penalties. 1-1 esta noche, 6-5 en penales. Toluca campeón de la CONCACAF. Campeones de CONCACAF, Toluca. La bicampeonato y la campeón de CONCACAF. Tigres lose again in penalties to Toluca. What they felt around Christmas, they feel again in the summer. A penalty loss in Nemesio Diaz. Garcia, man of the match. I don't know. Not exactly as right as I wanted to be, but I was right. They won. I say Diaz. And Toluca won the Champions Cup. Goalie, the man of the match. How are Toluca winning so many trophies now? Because they're a good team. With that being said, wow, what a game. What? With that being said, Toluca have won a Champions Cup. Nemesio Diaz is an absolute madhouse right now, as it should be. La Bombonera. It's living up to its name right now. Toluca, the CONCACAF champions. Wow. What a finish of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. And that's the way to finish club football before the World Cup. That's the way to finish it. Lovely. Lovely. Liga MX always performs. They always deliver. They always deliver. Wow. Maybe it's a good thing it was the Liga MX final this year. Maybe it was. That delivered. Even if it was 1-1 in penalties, that delivered. Unlike Arsenal PSG, that delivered. Lovely. With that being said, if you liked this stream, like it, share it, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that join button to become a member. Hit that hi button to put stuff in the algorithm. Send chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour to review this game. Toluca are the champions. Congratulations, Toluca. Felicidades, Toluca. Commiserations, Tigres. We have a champion. And it's Toluca. On penalties. 1-1 esta noche. 5-6. Or 6-5 global. Or en penales. Penales. I'm used to the two legs. En penales. Toluca campeón de la CONCACAF. Felicidades. Felicidades. I know San Antonio won as well. Well, the night ended well. With that being said, if you like this stream, I'll be reviewing the game within the hour. I will see you within the hour, and I'll see my Dynasty Stars tomorrow for Run It Back for the month of May. Monday, we have month ahead for June, and June 1st, we have Uzbekistan, Canada, live RSR. So, yeah, this was the last club game we're going to talk about till July, the middle of July. Either way, I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. What a game. What a game. Ooh, boy. Peace.